here, pour out the Jameson for ancestors to swig.
You rescue me yet again. You put me first everywhere. You make me feel better than the multitudes. You rescue me yet again. You put me first everywhere.
Oh, absolutely.
To the whole world. But because you all are so mired in your own low desires, nobody has said anything about that, or that it's wrong, or that black women need to stop doing that, or that it's not just disrespectful to self, it's disrespectful to our entire community.
Well, it's disrespectful to self for sure, but unfortunately, social media has put a dollar sign on posts, and young women, as well as grown women, some have realized that there's an opportunity to make some money doing this. Now, once again, only certain women are doing these things and are feeling like, this is the way to make money. Like she said, I ain't gonna say most, but most women who were raised with a strong father, strong mother, strong family, I don't think she would be out there doing that. I just feel like, strong morals and values that keep you from shaking your ass on Instagram, because you know that there's no value in it for real. But for those who, are looking for money and, trying to make ends meet, you can understand where they're coming from, because you can definitely get paid off of it. So I think a lot of that has come from that mentality of, I can make money online and shaking my ass and OnlyFans, so, which is a white-owned platform.
So let me hear you. Let me hear what you think about any of that. That's really for women. But because we have been raised with the Western falsehood about intimacy, most people think that polygamy is something to give a man an opportunity to have a lot of women or a lot of wild sex. That's the last thing that is for. Past the last. And so if we have to first learn to get along one-on-one, a man who runs around with a lot of women, seeking them out to be with them or to have sex with them. Well, I said sex about 4 times a night. Anyway, whatever they want to do, it's because he's not sure of his manhood. It's not because he's a dog. A woman who is out doing the same thing with multiple men that she's not connected with or settled down with, she's just scared and insecure and believes that the only value she has is that of being a receptacle. Now, since you mentioned that, I'm going to talk about this very briefly. One of the things that differentiates man from beast, man from animal, is that humans mate face to face. So, when I look at those kind of things, I recognize that we are so far off of the right path. We're going so backwards. So, if the object in life between black men and black women is going to be who has the biggest behind, or who can take off all their clothes, or who can flap their buttock cheeks together and make a clapping sound. It's just so ridiculous for us in the condition we're in. Now, we're doing all of those things because we don't have nothing else to do. If we committed to getting some work done,
we could
utilize our time better. But I've just noticed that regarding the trends that people are practicing now and what you all are showing on the Facebooks and the Instagrams and all of that and the YouTubes and everything. Okay? We're turning into savages, into animals. And so we're starting to behave like animals. And that's something that we should be aware of, that there's no connection there. See, back in the day, Crumb, in the 60s, which I was there, I know who did what, who said what, whatever. I know a whole lot of all of that. I don't have to read it. We were in love. And we wanted to groove. And it was Baby, I Love You. And our song of love and tenderness. Baby, come back to me. I want to be with you. Whatever it was. Well, y'all music is about hate. In fact, y'all call having sex beating it up. Choking women. All kind of crazy stuff. Had nothing to do with love. That don't even have nothing to do with desire. That's kind of like some different perversions.
She wildin'.
So these are serious things. When I get an opportunity to talk to you young people, I actually talk to you straight, because you may not ever hear any of this again, and you've got to know this stuff. If you're going to survive, if you're going to know how to pick a woman, if you're going to know how to raise your children, you have to be taught. We have to be taught everything. See, the first thing that the slave master did upon bringing us here and enslaving us was that he had to discredit you. He had to prove to us as Black women that you were unworthy of being loved, that you were no good, couldn't produce, and had no value. They succeeded. And so we still think of you that way today. A lot of us still see you that way. We have to be aware that this is what happened, and that's why it's like this. They forced you to have perverted sex with the slave masters, the white overseers, the white slave masters. Please, they made you have sex with your mother. This is what they did to us. And so the fact today that we all kind of thrown and nutty, it's understandable. That's not to give anyone an excuse not to function. It's just you need to know what went down.
Why you are the way you are.
And you need to take that burden off yourself, put it where it belongs, and move on. We have got to see you out of a different eye. We stand around all the time saying, yeah, and we tell you all the time, you ought to act like a man. Yeah, you need to just step up to the plate. You need to act like a man. You all have never, that anybody's ever heard, tell us you ought to act like a woman. No matter what we do, you accept us back. With what you understand about affection. So we have to.
Well, we love the women. I mean, I know.
Start having a little bit more, like you said, being inquisitive, trying to find out some of the things that have happened to us of why we are in this condition. The Black man is not created without aim and purpose. You're the first man on earth. You're in the image of God. Obviously, he didn't make you first and then didn't give you nothing to do. Your purpose is to teach and set an example of high civilization. First, you have to learn about that. But because you're the best, you can. You can change in a twinkling of an eye. Change is not physical, it's mental. You need to be trying to help us recognize that maybe we're on the wrong path and trying to vote our way into success. It's not going to happen. Not as long as their rule is one man, one vote, majority rule. We ain't never going to be the majority in America.
So that's my girl. Love to hear her speak. She always has great points. Yeah, I'm trying to think of something that she said. Did it? I know I spoke up on one thing she said, but I'm trying to think, was there anything else she said during this that I would like to speak on? No, we all got PTSD. We're all traumatized. A lot of us are brainwashed. Um, but she did say something that was really dope, which was the black man was first, and he didn't make you first for nothing. He put you here for a reason. And when she talked about teaching and being role models and stuff, that's what my nonprofit is all about. Black Fathers Initiative of Cleveland, www.blackfathersofcleveland.com. You go there, check us out. But yeah, our focus is, to help mentor, young men and, give them some resources as well as some guidance to keep them in school, out of trouble, and just, understanding that, loving themselves, loving the skin that they're in. Let them know that just because you black, it don't mean that it's a problem or it's an issue. It just means that, when they going to see you coming. So just know that when you walk in, they already see you. And just make sure that when they see you, they see success as well. They see professionalism. They see a father, They see a brother, a husband, They see somebody that they respect, So some of the things that, we want to, teach our sons, as well as, we're also going to have programs for, our daughters. But, our main focus is these young men, because they definitely need some guidance when it comes to being a man, treating women, having relationships, budgeting their money, things of that nature. So really appreciate the love. www.blackfathersofcleveland.com. Peace.